The new Xiaomi flagships were introduced. Xiaomi 14 and 14 Pro are the new flagships of Xiaomi. Hello guys, welcome to your channel infiniTech. If you are a technology enthusiast, be sure to subscribe to this channel. In this video, we want to have a review about new Xiaomi flagships. I mean Xiaomi 14 and 14 Pro. Let's go. First of all, let's go to the software. What is very impressive in these devices is that their software is not MIUI 14. These are the first Xiaomi phones that come with Xiaomi's public and personal operating system, HyperOS. In general, HyperOS is an operating system that is based on Android, and Xiaomi has not yet separated from Android. Let's go to the design and hardware of these two new flagships. The design is similar to previous generation, and we don't see many changes. Especially the frame intended for camera lenses has 3 lenses inside it, exactly like before. Before we talk about the phones separately, I must say that these two devices, Xiaomi 14 and Xiaomi 14 Pro, are the first phones in the world that will come with a Snapdragon 8 Generation 3 chipset, and we're waiting to see if it can beat A17 Pro or not. Well, let's go to Xiaomi 14. The screen size of this phone is 6.36 inches, and this screen has LTPO OLED panel, 120Hz refresh rate, and an important point, the screens of Xiaomi 14 and 14 Pro are the brightest screen in the world. These phones have a brightness of 3000 nits. Before this, K60 Ultra had the brightness record, and OnePlus introduced a phone called OnePlus Open, which had a brightness of 2800 nits, but Xiaomi took the record again with these phones. Xiaomi 14 is available in 4 colors: white, black, pink, and green. Xiaomi said the pink version of this phone has the same material as the Xiaomi 13 Ultra, which means it's protected by a nano coating. There are 3 lenses on the back frame. The main lens has a 50 megapixel sensor and is also equipped with OIS. And we have a 50 megapixel ultra wide lens and a 50 megapixel telephoto lens that does 3.2x optical zoom. In terms of internal storage and RAM, there are different versions for Xiaomi 14. 256GB internal storage and 8GB of RAM, 256GB internal storage and 12GB of RAM, 512GB internal storage and 16GB of RAM, and 1TB internal storage and 16GB of RAM. The internal storage is UFS 4 and it's normal for flagship. The battery of Xiaomi 14 is 4610 mAh and it supports 90 watt fast charging and 50 watt wireless charging. The charger adapter is also available in the box. Now let's go to Xiaomi 14 Pro. The screen size of this phone is 6.73 inches, 120Hz refresh rate, and it has LTPO OLED panel too, and the brightness is 3000 nits. The intended resolution for this phone is QHD+, but the important thing about the Xiaomi 14 Pro screen is that there is a coating on the screen of this phone called ceramic, and the ceramic is Xiaomi's own, and Xiaomi claimed that this cover is more resistant than the covers we see on other phones. Xiaomi 14 Pro has an imitation of iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. There are 3 main colors for this phone: black, white or silver, and green. But there is also a titanium version, and other versions have a stainless steel. In terms of RAM and internal storage, there are 3 different versions for Xiaomi 14 Pro: 256GB internal storage and 12GB of RAM, 512GB internal storage and 16GB of RAM, and 1TB internal storage and 16GB of RAM. The internal storage is UFS 4. It has a battery capacity of 4860 mAh and supports 120 watt fast charging and 50 watt wireless charging. Both phones are equipped with IP68, so they are waterproof. Xiaomi 14 Pro has 3 lenses on the back frame, like Xiaomi 14, but there is a small difference. The main lens, which is 50 megapixel, has a variable aperture and can be opened and closed from f1.4 to f4, and other lenses are similar to Xiaomi 14. Now let's check the price of these phones. The price of the base version of Xiaomi 14 is $548. It's a really good price for a phone like this. The price of the base version of Xiaomi 14 Pro, which means 256GB internal storage and 12GB of RAM, is $685. And compared to flagships like S23 Ultra, which have a price of $1,000 and above, it has a very reasonable price. And that's the Xiaomi routine. Very good hardware and software with a reasonable price. Well guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to watch our another videos.